Okay, so there's like ups and downs in the launch process. Okay, it's so very exciting. It's sometimes boring because there's a lot of details to track, and there is a little bit of frustration because you can't control things. So the exciting part is that I have just about 200. I think it's still 200 advanced reviews collected for my launch team. Thank you. And that's out of 430 people who said yes, they would write a review. So that also means, and this is the frustrating part because you can't control life, over 200 people who agreed to write a review and set that intention haven't done it, despite, I will admit, a lot of support and a lot of emails and a lot of nudging. Um, so they could still do it though. And I think some of them probably are like, oh, I missed the boat. I'm too late. Whatever. No, here's the thing. The review still matters. In fact, I'm still in the soft launch because the official launch day is July 8th. And so the goal is to get all the reviews up on Amazon by July 8th. So for the people who haven't yet done it, if you're watching this or if you're thinking about doing one and you haven't even joined my launch team, I would love, love, love to see a review from you. 2 or 3 sentences. There's some prompts that I usually share, like, quote a line from the book that stands out to you and resonates. Who should read this book and why? And how would you describe this book to a friend? Like, or what's one takeaway? I mean, those are some of the things you could just write 1, 2, 3 sentences, right? About. Some people have written much longer reviews, which is also wonderful, but not necessary for the purposes of what I'm trying to do. Now, I also have a win, which is that my book has now hit 100 ratings, and that's right at the top underneath the title in Amazon. It tells you the number of ratings. I think a lot of people misunderstand that and think that's the number of actual reviews, and it's probably the thing we look at and kind of go, oh, this has got a lot of ratings. What we say, oh, this has got a lot of reviews. But there's ways to click through and see how many actual written reviews there are. And to be honest, my book has 88 written reviews. And I have been doing my very best. This goes back to like the mundane piece. I've been doing my very best to track every review that was published back to someone on my launch team to note that they took care of it, to send them a thank you and a little bit of an update about where I am with the launch. But there are some reviews that have come in that I can't figure out the name. It's just like it's not anyone on my team, and they didn't send me their advanced review. They went right to Amazon and published their review, so I can't tie the two together. So this is one of the reasons. There's a few in the book that I talk about in Launch Your Book, An Entrepreneur's Guide to Reviews to Drive Revenue. But this is one reason I like to collect the reviews in advance via a Google form. So if it's Fluffy Bunny slippers or something like that, I can tie the reviewer name to a review name on my launch team list. There are, I think I mentioned this yesterday, 200 advanced reviews that have been collected, and there are 88 on Amazon, and there are maybe 12. I mean, it actually could be about 12. That's the 100 ratings. There are about 12 that have had some issues that have told me they have published their review and it didn't show up yet. And so I have sent them information about how they can check the review, check to see if there's any pushback from Amazon about them being out of compliance. The number one reason being they haven't spent $50 on that particular Amazon account, and they therefore couldn't do the review. So that's unfortunate. But the good news for that is that a lot of those folks have also put their review on Goodreads. So I'm starting to see more and more reviews coming in on Goodreads, and you don't have to spend any money on Goodreads to leave a review. And eventually those Goodreads reviews are going to come and be showing up on the Amazon page because Goodreads is owned by Amazon. And I've also put the book up on the storygraph.com. So that's another place people are starting to leave reviews. And I asked the launch team, hey, would you be willing to leave a LinkedIn recommendation? And a bunch of people said yes. And so I've sent them their review back with a LinkedIn recommendation request link through LinkedIn. And a number of those have started to show up. So that's really cool too. Whether the review shows up on Amazon, it still can be used in all these other ways. But that also means that there's like 100 people who have written an advanced review and not yet published it to my knowledge. And just based on the ratings, there's probably about that number. And I can't control that. But a bunch of them did it today because I sent out another little like, hey, can you do this by Friday? So I expect more will happen between now and Friday. And of course, the ultimate goal is July 8th. So this is a long process. I mean, to even get to this point where all these amazing people are stepping up and helping me. Um, my friend Claire Kumar, who's in my peer mastermind, she said, "Did you mention in your book that you should start by being a stellar human being?" And I kind of laughed. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, "Well, people are wanting to step up and help you because you've helped them." And so it is true that if you want people to support you, you should probably be out there writing reviews right now. Before you even have a book out there, you should start being in the habit of writing reviews for books, for podcasts, hitting reply to people's emails they send you for their email lists, writing encouraging notes. Even if you can't make someone's event, making a note of when it is, sending them a message about, "I hope it goes well." Like, just be a stellar human being. And I didn't write about that in my book. I did say you should have a really good book. It should be a helpful book with a particular audience in mind. I did say that, but I didn't really talk about how your own actions can change the outcome. But also, if you're the kind of person who writes reviews, and I am, it's kind of become a joke in my family. We write reviews for everything now. But if you're the kind of person who's known for writing reviews, you're going to get more reviews, and you also feel better about asking for reviews because you have done it and you have followed through with your best intention, and you've committed, and you've followed through. And it also feels so good when someone asks you for a review and you get it done. So most of the reviews that I'm writing these days is because 3 times a year I organize a Kindle flash sale where authors lower their Kindle book price to 99 cents. And every time that happens, I try to get about a dozen to 15 reviews done. So there are some people I haven't gotten to yet, but the next time they come through, I'm going to get their reviews done as well. So it just, commitment to me is I want to leave a verified review, but not all these books are like highly, informational for me. So I want to get the book for 99 cents. I want to go through it and I want to write 2 or 3 sentence review. So no stress, basically. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. This is not a 4th grade book report. You don't have to stand in front of the room. You don't have to cite anything. No citations. You don't have to worry about AP versus Chicago style manual. You don't have to do any of that. So I just want to say thank you to the people who've been helping me. And I have a couple of highlights. So I mentioned to you, this is the 100. Look, you can see it. I'm still #1 bestseller. This is now since Tuesday morning. So I'm recording this in the afternoon on Thursday. My book has been #1 bestseller in Authorship for multiple days now. And look, you got the screenshot of 100. And this is my favorite. This is my favorite screenshot because there's my book, #1. This was a couple of days ago. It was #1 in market research business, and it was in front of Malcolm Gladwell's Revenge of the Tipping Point and Seth Godin's book, All Marketers Are Liars, which he crossed out, and it says All Marketers Tell Stories. I love the way that book is titled. And then, that was because it was actually part of a top 10 that also included Malcolm Gladwell's The Tipping Point, the original book. So that just made me feel really good about this. So if you are folks that are paying attention to this launch, I'm just kind of giving everyone a little bit of behind the scenes. There's a lot of ups and downs, but the overall is that we're making progress. And I will admit, I kind of want to I said 200 reviews, which feels audacious, but I know that will happen over time. I really want 1,000 reviews because my competitors' books have 900 plus written reviews, and I want my book. My book is so valuable. It's so clear from all the feedback I've been getting. I want people to see it, and the discoverability will increase when my book has a lot of reviews, not just the 5-star rating, which is wonderful, 1 through 5 stars, but the written reviews are so meaningful, and they actually help both humans considering buying the book and the Amazon search algorithm put my book higher on the search results page. So if writing and reading kind of books is kind of your thing and you want to help out, you can comment below. Launch, if you want to help out with the book launch itself and you want to come to maybe to the launch party and write a review. And if you want to have a conversation about your launch or possibly a relaunch, I offer a complimentary 30-minute book launch brainstorming session. Just comment brainstorm below and I will get you those details. Thanks so much, friends. Cheers.